Am I on? Did you turn me on?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll put on the chat here too.
I'll watch the chat.
Pop it out.
Oh, actually, I need to pee. How do I turn this thing off?
Take it off.
Okay. Unless you want to open the stream with the stream.
You want to play a little bit and see if we got.
Don't trust a human!
Good evening.
Good evening.
What time zone is that guy in?
You should be able to hear us.
Hey, well, a lot of mics there, but he.
What? Yeah, I mean, we're distant, right? Okay, that should be good. We should have that can, this can, and so we're just waiting. Yeah, these two should be fine too. Cool. I will be back.
Which ones you have?
I had one of the cupcakes. I think it was the same one that's there, but it was pretty good. Yeah.
I had one of those big donuts, like the Clearfield donuts, dude.
Oh yeah.
I can't finish it. I'm saving some of it.
On one of the songs, you know, our grandma passed away. Not this drummer, but the one.
No, I did not.
So he screamed for us, and we have tracks of him screaming on one of the songs that we would like to be able to put on the song that we wrote.
Okay.
I'll just figure out how we can get that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Chloe,
Hey.
this is Brad.
How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Cool song, by the way.
Thank you.
Come on in.
I'm gonna put this.
Yeah, wherever you like. Totally fine.
You got microphone down.
Oh no.
I was like, this could be a strategy.
It's a new technique I'm working on.
Yeah, dude.
Not the glorious, not the modded MT1B.
It's not modded. I think it's just Frankenstein. I think it's just all tore up on the inside. This is the only one that's in there.
You want to talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon it all will all be bought. My walls are not caving in, don't trust a human.
double track your vocal with the
clouded by our loss.
I feel like one of these would be really good for verses.
Power
Just like really full singing
we
for it.
ourselves had right.
But, on the box, it should be laid out just like it's laid out.
Fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
You'll just have to tell me if you want more bass, less bass, that kind of thing. I can adjust your mix separate from what we're listening to in there if anything's bugging out.
Don't trust a human.
Otherwise, I was looking at that kind of in the middle. So just sing right into the center for this rundown. Take a little break. I'll have to sing it a couple times around. We'll listen through, pick which mic we like, and we'll get it started. Well, work harder.
Fake love, fake.
You gotta shut the door though.
Excuse me. Ow, God, I'm shocked every time I touch those. All right, can you hear me in there?
I can.
Awesome. Like I said, we're just going to take a rundown from the top.
Okay.
And right at the beginning, I'm going to be just kind of chasing you on level.
Okay.
I'll get a level on the microphone that I'm sending you to listen to first,
Okay.
so that it's consistent for you in your headphones.
Cool.
And that's going to be which one?
Oop.
U87. All right, so one time down from the top just to get levels and get our shootout recording here.
Okay. You wanna talk to me just to make me feel
Excuse me?
you don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Tainted by suspicion and clouded by
Turn up 5, please.
turn into a power that we ourselves had right. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human. forget them. Singularity, I wanted more, that's what I got. Turn it up, we'll all be fine. Our walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
Awesome.
Cool.
You sing super powerfully. I mean, that's crazy.
It's a problem, I know.
Not a problem. I think it's awesome. Hey, come on in. Let's listen to each of these, and we'll make a decision on which one of those mics we like the best.
Cool.
Okay, so basically what I like to do, especially when I'm working with a singer that I've never worked with before, is I like to do exactly what we just did. We set up 3 different microphones that we were tracking at the same time, and basically doing a really quick mic shootout. This isn't probably the ideal way to do a shootout. Normally, I like to set up each mic individually and have them sing directly into that mic instead of just stacking a bunch of mics in front of them all at once. Because you wind up getting off-axis information on some of the mics. Some of the mics sound better just because they have more clarity because you're singing right into them. So this isn't necessarily ideal. So not only am I going to be making this decision based on what the recording sounds like, I'm also going to kind of be making a decision based on what I know those mics will do when she's really singing right into them. So the copperhead, for instance, is pointed at her throat. It's going to make it sound a lot darker. The NT1 is off axis, which is going to make it sound a little darker. In this case, it's the brightest of the 3, and I think it's going to be too harsh in general for her vocal as we go. The 87 sounds the best to me just right off the bat. I can tell already, but that's the one that's right in front. It's the one she's singing most directly into. So I think really it'll probably be between the 87 and the copperhead as far as which one we wind up going with. Now, if you'll notice out there, I also have an SM7 set up. I mentioned her being like insanely powerful when she's singing. So what I'm going to do is, alongside the real vocal mic that I have out there, I'm going to double track it with an SM7, which can handle a lot higher SPLs, and it doesn't really matter how hard she sings. I can keep that thing from breaking up too much and distorting on its own just from how loud she's singing. So Ryan's going to be mixing it. I don't want to have him in a situation where the vocal that I hand off to him is like overly distorted, because then that's something that he can't undo, right? So I want to make sure he at least has an option of something that's a little cleaner. So whichever one of these microphones we pick, we'll also double track it with the SM7, just so we have options down the road. So what I'm going to do now is just listen to the verse, really, on each of these microphones, a little piece of the verse. I'll loop it, and then I'll do the same thing for the chorus, just a couple lines at a time, and then we'll make our decision.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our love.
It's the 87. Oh, sorry.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our love.
Okay, here's the copperhead.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our love.
Okay, and the has nothing on it. No compression. This is just a Daking mic pre. No compression at all. It's got a little bit of reverb coming from the 480, but very little of that for a song like this.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our love.
All right, so for me, that NT1 probably has the most clarity, but I know that once we put it in a chorus, it's going to be absolutely tearing our head off in the top end. So
Fake love, fake friends, who needs me anyway? Fuck you, forget them, singularity.
okay, and here's copperhead.
Fake love, fake friends, who
87.
Fake love, fake friends, who needs me anyway? Fuck you, forget them, singularity.
What do we think?
87.
I feel like the 87 is probably the winner there. I think with a little bit of compression, that'll sound great. It's got a really good punch, like in the power range of her voice, without sounding too harsh or brittle. And so I think for a song like this, that 87 is probably the way to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the patch. I'll put the 1176 on it because I am going to squash it a little bit as we're recording. The SM7, I'll just cut it clean directly through the SSL. So I'll go ahead and get that set up, and I'll move those other two microphones out of the way just so. Yep. Yeah, those are house donuts. My client this morning brought them in, and I've already had two. What's up, JP? How you doing? What's up, man? You gonna eat one of my donuts? Oh, you got a cupcake. Yeah, man. All right. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I've got both tracks set up in Pro Tools. I've got one for the 87 and one for the SM7. I'm going to put them both in record. We're going to cut them both. Every time I hit record, both of them will go into record. They're going to be in a record group. And we're only going to listen to the 87. So I've got my SM7 recording, but that fader in Pro Tools is all the way down, so I know we're just listening to that. And really, that's just our fallback, kind of a safety net for us going forward. All right, any questions at all so far? Sweet. You ready? Good to see you, man. How was your Christmas?
Thank you.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
I thought you said have a good Christmas.
Oh, have a good Christmas, yeah. Yeah, I got your message, man.
Yeah. I hope you had a good one too. I know you be taking time off.
Oh, dude, my whole family was like sick the entire time. It was ridiculous.
You said they were sick?
Yeah, my kids, one of my kids still is. I don't understand.
With that thing that was, they said been going around?
It's just like, well, he tested positive for the flu, but that was like 3 weeks ago, and it just seems like he hasn't been able to kick it yet. So I don't know what's going on.
One that's like, it lasts a while.
Yeah, it's definitely not going away. All right.
My mom has one, it's been about 3 weeks, she still got, she went to the doctor and everything.
Probably the same.
They told her don't go nowhere. She's always trying to go out all the time.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you normally like to work? I normally like to kind of break it up and do sections,
Me
just
too.
so we can kind of like.
I'm so
focus
down
in,
for that. Verses
Verses.
first would be cool
And then
because
choruses.
my voice is still kind of like warming up a little bit for the day.
Yep.
So yeah, that'd be
Do
great.
you want to warm up by singing through a verse and a chorus another
Verses
time or two?
first.
Just verses.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So that's going to be the same.
Okay.
Focus mostly on this 87, especially in the verses. Just keep kind of like right on that 87.
Okay.
And in the verses, you can get pretty close to that pop filter.
Sure.
In the chorus, you may give me
I'll
like a
take
little
a step
half step
back,
back, and I'll kind of chase you level wise.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, Chloe. So I'll give you half of that intro.
Okay.
So you won't hear the whole band, just from kind of where it gets big.
Okay. You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
Cool. I think I got your level dialed in.
Okay.
So every time I run through the verse, oh, sorry, I'm talking to them. I just have the button pushed. So every time I run through the verse, I'm going to create a playlist. Normally, when I'm producing a vocal, I'm going to let them do it their way without any input at all, at least 3 times. All right, here we go. Here's half that intro.
Okay.
And really what I'm listening for is I'm listening to the changes that they make and what they're trying to change about their vocal. Right? She's starting that note flat
Wanna
every single
talk
time.
to
That's something I'm going to have to
me
address as we get into it. if she
just to
doesn't
make me
self-correct. So there are
feel
things that I'm listening to already as we go.
you
Diction,
don't know what
pronunciation,
it
breath support, pitch,
to
a
not
little bit of everything. And I'm listening to that as I go.
anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
Awesome. That's already sounding good. Let's get a couple more. I might start hitting you with some notes, but a couple more just like you're doing it.
You. Okay.
Yeah, see, she's already picking up on it. So I don't want to jump in and immediately start hitting her with pointers and things I want to change, because some things need to be self-produced, some absolutely cannot. So I've got to kind of use this time where I'm talking to you, I'm also listening to her. See, that was a lot better. Still a little
Wanna
bit too loud
talk
at the
to
top, but
me
she's honing in on it.
just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
That back half was awesome.
Cool.
Love the back half of that verse. Let's go ahead and get one more full pass of the verse, and we'll start talking about some little spots. Also have the vocal like way loud in here. Her mix is separate from mine, and so I'm able to turn her up or down as much as I want to without affecting her mix
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
Awesome. So, 2 more passes where you're doing kind of like the full verse. On these 2 passes, just over-articulate. Do bigger mouth movements, everything just a little bit more dramatic and like almost over the top with character. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is when she's making changes, especially at the ends of phrases, I'm listening for a certain character that kind of goes away. She has it in spots and then it goes away. So what I'm having her do here is hopefully have her kind of
Wanna talk
overdo
to
it a little
me
bit. And what that'll do is give me some
just to
options
make me
where
feel
like overdoing
weak.
it, you know? So when she feels like she's
You
overdoing
don't know
it in those
what
spots where
it
the character goes away, then I'm
means
gonna have what
to
I need in
not
the song,
have
right?
anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
Awesome. That coming, like you can really like smile through the end of that word just to keep that kind of vowel shape going, so
Sure.
it doesn't get mushy right there.
Okay.
Same thing at the end of most of those phrases. Just like keep the breast support up and big mouth movements.
Okay. You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
Cool. All right, so I want to get 3 places. I want to get the whole first line,
Okay.
and let's just start there
Okay.
really quick. All right, so I have 6 full takes. In all actuality, I could probably comp together something that sounds great from that. I'm going to go get a couple little snippets of lines here and there just to make sure that I know I have what I need when I get into the comping.
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means.
Yeah, let me get that. Just to make me feel. And that again can get really wide in the mouth. Feel. And
Okay.
if you can, do you have control over your vibrato?
Yeah.
I think if you could give me a little bit of vibrato at the end of the word feel, I think that would be awesome.
Okay. Wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You
Awesome. One more of that whole line, and then we'll go grab another spot. Here's just 2 bars before the verse.
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak.
That's great. All right, let's go back and grab.
Only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
Okay, I just need the last line one time or maybe 2 times where you take the breath like you're going to sing the chorus. I feel like you're holding it maybe a
Yeah.
little longer than you would naturally.
For a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
That was perfect.
Cool.
Got what I need there. I'm going to go down and grab the second verse.
Okay.
2 bars.
Tainted by
So, when we work in sections like this,
suspicion
we've gone through
and
we've talked about a couple
clouded
things in that
by
verse.
our
The reason we're jumping to verse 2 instead of going
turn
to the chorus
into
is
a
I want
power
her, number
that
one, she wants to
we
sing that
ourselves
had
had right.
But also all the things we talked about before, now she's going to be doing in this second verse. Right? So some of that articulation, some of that over-enunciation that we're talking about, those things are still going to linger. Yeah,
Again?
Same thing.
Okay.
2 bars. So let's see how much of that she's doing.
Tainted by by suspicion and clouded by our lies.
So you can kind of train them with the notes that you
Turn
give them. When they
into
know,
a
when they
power
understand what you're
that
listening
we
for, those things are gonna be,
ourselves
like,
had
subconsciously changing the way they sing it,
right.
no matter if they're like conscious of that or not. That's feeling really good already.
Cool.
A couple of those.
Tainted by
Ooh, love the
suspicion
trill.
and clouded by our lies, turn into a power that we ourselves had right.
What's the lyric of the last line?
Turning to a power that we ourselves had wrought.
I just need a little bit more wrought out of it.
Okay.
That word's a little bit hard to understand. And then I think power, really open up, give yourself a little bit more chest right there when you're singing power. So let me play it for you.
Turn into a power.
Power! Like that can just be a little bit more dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep it the same shape as the rest of the verse. I feel like right there is just kind of a little moment for you to do something extra.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our lies, turn into a power that we ourselves had right.
Awesome.
Cool.
Let me listen to one thing.
And clouded by our lies.
Yeah, I love that lick. That's awesome.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our lies, turn into a power that we ourselves had right.
Yep. That's feeling awesome. I really just need the power. And maybe it's like demo love. Let me go listen to what you did on your scratch really quick, because there's something about it that's just not sounding the same.
We turn into a power that we
Power. It's like it gets lower. It's coming from here. Power. It's that whole word widens out on the "were" part of it. I'm just missing a little bit of that character-wise.
and clouded by our lies, turn into a power that we ourselves had right.
That's the right vibe, like technique-wise. I think I like your phrasing better the way you originally do it. To a power instead of power. I think the quicker move is probably the right way to go.
And clouded by our light, turn into a power that we ourselves had right.
That's it. One more. Let's see if you can beat that. Oops, sorry.
And clouded by our lies, turn into a power that we ourselves had right.
Awesome. That was great.
Cool.
How you feel about that verse?
I feel good about it.
Any other down stuff we want to grab, or is it all kind of screaming, hollering choruses from here?
Screaming, hollering.
You need a fiver or a drink?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah. So here's a couple things that I'm thinking as I'm tracking every vocal, right? If I have the vocalist in the booth for more than an hour, hour and 15 minutes, I'm doing it wrong, all right? So you want to, I mean, every singer's different. I don't want to wear them out. I don't want them to get fatigued. I don't want them to get sick of talking to me and me talking to them, right? And so make sure you're given opportunity for breaks. You're not a slave driver, right? It's not your job to make them work until it's done nonstop and just, keep them going. It's your job to get the best vocal you can while keeping them happy at the same time. Part of what I do is I like to move really fast and I like to talk to them and not give them a ton of time to hit me back, right? Because I've given them 2 or 3 or 4 opportunities to sing it their way, right? Before I started giving them pointers or any kind of tweaks. And so when I'm going in and getting those fixes, I want to move quickly. I want to tell them what I want, and then I want to give them the track and not give them a whole lot of time to be able to, argue or think about it. I want them to hear what I say and immediately try to give that to me, and whatever that means to them, right? Another thing that I'm thinking about is I have had this scratch. I've had this vocal for a couple days now, and so I've listened to it enough where I sort of have a roadmap in my head. And so as I'm tracking the vocal, I'm constantly kind of marking off the things that I know I have, all right? So in my mind, I'm kind of comping as we go. That way I'm not wasting time. I don't want to get 10 takes or 12 takes if she had everything, gave me everything I needed by take 7 or 5, right? So just because you do have infinite amount of takes doesn't mean that they need to stand in there and give you 1,000 of them, right? When you have what you need, move on. Or when you're close, if you feel like you're close and you're getting high in that playlist number, take that opportunity to just move on to another section. You can always comp. Once you have it comped and let them listen to it, you're all going to hear things that you don't like about it, right? There's going to be things I wish were different. There's going to be things that she wishes were different. And so we're going to have a chance to go back and get more takes later, right? So just because they're in the booth right now doesn't mean you have to get all the material right now. It's not worth wearing your singer out or, forcing them to sing more than they really need to get a specific vocal. So with that in mind, now that we're moving to choruses, we're going into the first section of the song where we have the opportunity to reuse material. So, Chloe,
Yes.
how do you feel about flying choruses? Do you want to sing every chorus differently, or do you want to get like kind of a master chorus that we really love and then go punch things that you want to be different in later choruses?
So the first 2 choruses can be the same.
Okay.
And
then re-sing the third?
Yeah.
Cool. So that tells me a lot, meaning that I may get more takes of this first chorus, 6, 7, 8 takes until I feel like I got it, and then not get anything for the second chorus. We'll go down and get things for the third chorus because it is like a breakdown, right? And there's different stuff melodically that's happening.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll start in chorus 1. I'll give you the last 2 lines of the verse and then punch you in. I'll have to adjust your level a little bit just because you're gonna be way louder.
Try to pick me up, I believed you for a moment,
I don't know,
only to fall down.
5 dB
I
on
knew
the
that this was
baking
coming.
at least.
Until needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them. Singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be part. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
I think so. Awesome. One more time just for level, still chasing a little bit.
Okay.
And you can probably get slightly closer than you are, just a
Okay.
little bit.
Try to pick me up, I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human.
I think that'll work. Turn down the imp here. Yeah. Just lose a little input. See what happens. All right. So we'll start keeping them. I think I finally got a level that'll work for us.
Okay. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human.
There you go.
Only to fall down, I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human.
Yeah, that's starting to feel really good right there, especially back half. By the time we got to the back half, you were locked in.
Only to fall down, I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human.
Let me play this back half really quick.
I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought.
See how crisp that sounds right there? Right here at the beginning, the first couple lines are a little mushier than that.
Fake love, fake friends who need.
Fake love, fake. I wonder if you get to the A, you know how the vowel the vowel shape kind of changes in the like ass end of both of those words. I wonder if you get to that change a little quicker instead of fake. Make it the fake friends, fake. You know what I mean? Get to that E shape a little quicker. That way it kind of has that same crispness. It's just a little mushy through those first few lines. And sorry to scream at you at like the very top of my range and sound like a chainsaw.
Only to fall down, I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human.
Yeah, you're finding it.
That was shit.
The first couple lines, again, we threw a big curveball at you. That's going to change the way that muscle memory feels to you. You know what I mean? So I think we're good. Fake love, fake friends, fake love. Let me listen to what you did a couple takes ago.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singular.
Yeah, it's really just a vowel shape thing. Just getting that to feel right.
Only to fall down, I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who
way, way gooder.
Good. Yeah.
Way gooder.
Only to fall down, I knew that this was coming.
Okay.
Only to fall down, I knew that this was coming.
And a lot of this,
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be part. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
yeah, that's feeling awesome. Maybe one more like that. We'll move down and get some third chorus stuff.
Only
So
to
a lot
fall
of the
down,
third
I
chorus
knew
stuff,
that
maybe not
this
the-
was coming.
There's like lines that will change.
Fake love, fake
A lot of
friends
it,
who
I'll
needs
get
me
into flow also to this
anyway.
chorus, so I don't wanna just
Fuck
square
you,
it out.
forget them,
Go down to
singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be part. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Let's hop down and grab chorus 3.
Okay.
You need a drink? Okay,
I got
awesome.
one.
What's the other song you have to sing like? Is it like
Yeah, it's really hard too.
really hard? Awesome. All right, you ready?
Yep.
So I'll give you like the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 bars of the solo.
Okay.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be part. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human!
Yeah, if it wasn't hard enough, let's just hop up a bit. Why not? Yeah, that's ridiculous at the end right there, by the way. It sounds awesome.
Thanks.
Let's get a couple more like that.
Okay.
How much of the click are you listening to?
A little. Can
Get-
you, does it feel bleeding through?
No. I was just making sure you could hear it through that breakdown because there's like nothing else going on.
Yeah, no, I got it on.
Cool.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be part. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human!
So I really only need the first and last note of that last line. And human, I may have gotten on that first take she did. That's so killer.
Cool.
One more top to bottom of that chorus,
Okay.
and then I might just get you to do that last line a time or two, and then we'll comp and kind of see where we're at.
Okay.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be part. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human!
That's my don't for the beginning for sure. That man, it'll either be that one or the first one. Awesome. Take a break. Come on in here. Let me put together a comp and we'll see how much of this we need.
expect to put?
I was gonna ask you because I do the same thing. You're cutting this flat, right?
Yeah.
I cut vocals flat. I picked the mic that I like the best and cut it flat because I don't want to. One, you want the mic and the vocal to sound like you want it to sound,
Yeah.
and two, you don't want to paint yourself into a corner. Because if you start adding high end, like when you start adding high end in a mix too, it'll get real essy real quick. Or low end, same. problem,
Great
might have to
singing.
go.
You're awesome. Killer.
So I always track flat, but pick the mic that sounds the best.
Yeah, same. If I'm gonna EQ the vocal, like for this, like she sounds great. I'm probably not gonna carve that much on her, even just in the control room on the monitor side, right? I'm cutting it flat because again, I've got her vocal way louder than everything else in the mix. I want to be able to hear everything that's going on in that vocal, that's not colored by EQ that I'm doing, in here, and so I'll compress. Sometimes I'll even really stomp a vocal. Like there are places in this where it's just crushed. But for this genre, it's going to be great. But for something that's real tender, piano ballad, you're not going to want to smash it as hard as we're hitting this on this song. But EQ-wise, almost never record with EQ on a vocal.
Okay.
Drums, I'm carving.
Yeah,
Electric guitars, carving. Bass, I probably will not carve as much. It depends on how much I know the room, really. And if I knew this room better than I know it, I may even EQ a vocal a little bit. But I really want to make sure that, because I'm not always the one that's finishing it. Like for this one, for instance, I'm passing this off. The vocal is the only thing that I'm going to have anything to do with on this track. And so going forward, I don't want Ryan to get it and me to have like carved it with a ton of EQ and to him be like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah.
You know?
So from here, would you take all those takes and then eventually print one take?
Just about to do right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Are you sending that print?
because I'm addicted though, I'm going to run out and grab like 2 rips off my vape and then I'm going to come back in here.
Oh, that's the lifestyle.
That's
We all been there.
Yeah. Kelly knows. Kelly knows.
All about it.
Thank you. Damn, girl. I never scream this early in the day, so be very careful.
It's the first thing I do when I wake up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh. I have to get in there first. That's what's helping me get there.
Look right in the mirror.
I'm yelling at my dog first thing in the morning.
Stare into my own eyes in the mirror.
Get out. I yell at my clock light. We go beep beep. I'm like, shut up.
Nah, I just throw it. Then I remember it's my iPhone. Oh, fuck.
How's the studio coming?
I gotta put my Atmos speakers up. That's the only thing I have left to do. The four height speakers are the only ones I have left to hang. And that's because I can't figure out how to hang them yet.
Sounds tedious.
It is. And run cable and power up to the ceiling. But the bad part is I have work lined up. I have Atmos work lined up just waiting on me to finish it. And I can't finish it. Like I haven't had time to get over there and like finish it.
Can't remember his name, but I know he's really good at wiring. Like, I think like electrical, long hair.
Nick?
I think so, yeah.
But it's not that part. It's the physical time that it takes to mount the speakers to the brackets, mount the brackets to the ceiling, and run the cable through a hole that I have to drill through the ceiling. It's not the wiring part. I'm buying pre-made cable and stuff, but it's just like all the
Just a little bit.
like with the holidays. It was my son's birthday on December 11th. So
I'm 10th.
nice. So like I haven't had a weekend of non-family commitment since like middle of December.
Yeah, it's still. It was a long holiday break.
Yeah.
A lot happened.
At least Brad admits he's addicted. That's the the Brad I know.
Did you hear about the cereal that he passed?
No.
It was like a, it's pretty much like a warp tour at Cannery Hall.
That's awesome.
Is warp tour coming back?
It's supposed to be.
I heard it was supposed to be too. All these like artists, they would have.
I don't think Warped Tour would be the same though.
That guy wasn't a fan of rap. He didn't want to evolve into like what was going on.
Not only that, like it's.
Alright.
I went to Warped Tour when I was 16.
Had to be done.
High
I'll
school.
start like kicking folks.
Oh, you got a body shape.
I don't carry around no baby little pen like y'all got.
No, also for you.
I've been doing it for real for a long time.
He's got that real
This pen
popcorn
is not
lung.
that bad.
Yeah.
The big boys, the big,
Yeah.
big dogs.
Yep. Okay, so when I start comping, this will move pretty quickly. But I'm listening for a lot of things all at once. I'm listening for pitch. I'm listening for pocket. I know what I'm able to fix by nudging things around. So I'll do a little bit of that as I'm comping. You'll see me throw something up in the comp and nudge it around while I'm listening to another take. And everybody does it a little differently. Some people will take one single line and listen to that line over and over again and try to find the absolute best take of that line. That's not necessarily what I'm doing. I'm listening for a solid performance. And so I'm going to listen to the entire verse, top to bottom, and I'm going to throw chunks that match the roadmap that I've had in my head since about the second take. I'm going to throw those up in the comp. So it may not be the best take. I may replace something that I've already thrown in the comp with a later take. I was talking to these guys outside. The first 3-4 takes of every single verse and chorus are unaffected by things that I'm asking them to do and changes that I'm asking her to make. So those are going to be the ones that she's done her way. I'm going to start there and I'm going to listen and I'm going to try to comp as much as I can from those first probably 4 takes. And then I'm going to go and just look for pieces in the playlist after I started making changes, right? So I'm not even going to listen to every single pass of every single line. My goal again is to be quick, right? Time is money.
Yeah.
If we were on the clock and she was paying me, I could sit here and milk a comp and do it for 3 hours, and it would only be incrementally better than the comp that I'm going to get in about 30 minutes or so, right? So you have to kind of weigh the cost benefit to what you're doing, and knowing where the bodies are buried already is going to save you time. Like I said, I already have kind of a plan and a roadmap in my head, and I'm just going to comp and kind of follow along with that as much as I can. In a lot of genres, in a couple genres, in country, rock sometimes, anything that's sung and has like definite pitch, I'm going to throw on a tuner and comp with the tuner on. And that's a double-edged sword because the tuner can sometimes, just in its auto setting, pull notes to the wrong note, right? And that could kind of change the way you think about that comp. In this situation, I'm actually, because she has so much character and like gravel and grit, the tuner's not really going to know what to do with that. And so to prevent it just from sounding robotic and kind of tore up, I'm going to comp with no tuner, but I may slap on a compressor just to stomp the level and kind of normalize it all. But you guys will kind of, you'll see my process as we go here. So I comp in the same track that I cut all the vocals in. Some people do this a little differently as well. So my comp playlist will be my playlist that's on top, and I'll expand into playlist view. You'll see all the playlists at the bottom here. I'm going to go ahead and just toss on like a LA2A and kind of, no, I will not, actually. Oh wait, there we go. It's working.
You wanna talk to me, just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
All right, so that first take was pretty much just me getting levels. You could hear the crackle from the 1176 being kind of gnarly. It looks like take 2 and 3. 3, I really kind of settled into where I was, so I may start listening there.
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who need.
Oh, come on.
You.
Okay, so this first little U, there are a couple different ways she did it, where she kind of slid out of time, and there are a couple where she landed on the note solid, kind of on a beat or on an and of a beat, and those are kind of later. I'm probably going to wind up taking that from one of these later chunks, and so what I'll do a lot of times, if I know that I'm going to go hunting for it, I'll go ahead and do that.
You wanna talk to me. You wanna talk to
Love that exhale, gonna keep that.
just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who need. You don't know what. Wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love coming, 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 coming. Fake love just to make me feel, just to make me feel weak.
So I really like this feel, but I like this weak, and they don't really line up. So now I have to kind of choose what lives and what dies.
Make me feel weak.
Or I can see if I can get creative and make 2 playlists that don't look like they would work together.
Feel weak. You don't know what it means. Feel weak. You don't know what it means. Feel weak. Feel weak. Feel weak. Feel weak. Feel weak. You don't know what. Feel weak. Feel weak.
All right, so I get my vibrato kind of feel with a weak that never should have worked. Now I had to take a vocal fry from a completely different unrelated playlist and kind of cross-fade it into existence so that it all sounds like one vocal, right? So
Feel weak.
that's what I wanted in my head. It wasn't on tape. I had to go create that thing, right? So again, just knowing that you have the pieces there, and I mean, you have to be able to know how to edit that, but
Me feel weak. You don't know what it means.
so again, I
to
kind of got a spot that I don't.
what it means. What it means. What it means to not have anybody. Not have anybody. Have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment. Try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I up. I believed you for a moment. Believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. I knew that this was coming. You wanna talk to me? Wanna talk to me? Wanna talk to me? Just to make me.
Okay, so I'm just grabbing something I didn't really love in the comp. I'm just going and looking through the playlist to see if I got a better one.
Wanna talk to me? Just to make me feel. Talk to me. Just to wanna talk to me. Wanna talk to me. Just to make me feel weak. Just to make me feel.
Shift play will. It makes it do halftime.
Just to make me
It'll also allow you to record it like that. So if you ever have anything that you want to record an octave up, you can, if you can sing it or play it for twice as long as you need it to be, you can play back and record in half speed an octave down, and it will pitch shift it up an entire octave.
Fast guitar solos, cough, cough.
Just to make me feel weak. Just to make me feel weak. Just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have. What it means to not have.
Cool, so that's kind of that verse. I'll run down and grab verse 2.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our loss, turn into a power that we ourselves had wrought. Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our loss, turn into a power that we ourselves had wrought. By suspicion and clouded by
Is it the only one she did the...
suspicion and clouded by our power that we ourselves had wrought, that we ourselves had wrought, that tainted by suspicion and clouded by suspicion and clouded by suspicion and clouded.
When you're carving or editing vocals like S's, ch, any kind of like sibilance sound is a perfect spot to edit. So you'll see me crossfade in an S or a sh or a ch a ton.
Suspicion and clouded by our lies, by our lies, by our lies, by our lies, turn into a power that we ourselves had right, that we ourselves had right, 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 selves had, selves had, selves had right, selves had, selves had right, selves had right, selves had right, selves had right.
Would you eventually do a DS, or are you trying to avoid that?
I'm not gonna print it because the mixer, like if I have no idea how much compression or how much whatever Ryan's gonna use or whoever's mixing this after me. If I DS and DS too much, you can't get those S's back. And if I don't do enough, he's just gonna have to do more DSing. So I normally just like leave it unless it's super bad. I almost never touch it.
We ourselves had right, that we ourselves had right, into a power that we ourselves had right, had right.
Cool. Let's go grab a chorus.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human.
A lot of that take was killer.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Love, fake friends. Love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human. A human. A human. A human. A human. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fake friends who needs me anyway. Fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in, don't trust a human.
So that's a pretty solid chorus. We'll call that the thing. So that's what I'll fly to 2. When I'm flying a chorus,
Fake love, fake friends who needs me.
first of all, I need to fly it to the right spot.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me.
But what I do is, just so I save myself a little bit of time on the back end, is I'll actually go in and color the whole chorus black, or just some standard color. The rest of my comp is going to be like multicolored and rainbowy because it's coming from different playlists. But this is just kind of a visual indicator that I've flown it from somewhere else. So I'm not going to, when I run through and do my hand tuning of this, I'm not going to go in and tune that separately. I'll just know that it's flown. Same thing for the third chorus. So what I'll do here, because we did re-sing it, is I'll still color code it. Clips. But then I'll go through and comp in the other new pieces that we know we're going to want. So that's for sure the end and maybe the first 2 lines where it's a breakdown.
Don't trust the human. Don't trust the human. Don't trust the human.
Killer.
Don't trust the human. Don't trust the human. Don't trust the human. Don't trust. Don't trust the human.
I like the breakup.
Trust the human. Even in don't trust the human. The human. The human.
Okay, and I like that better than what I have in my comp. So I'm going to take that human from this third chorus.
Trust the human.
And I'm going to put that on my other choruses. All right. So, let me see what this is.
Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
All right. So, there's a little ad-lib thing that she did in the original bridge that we didn't get a recording of, but it's just kind of a duplicate of something she sings a bunch of times.
Don't trust a human.
That I have elsewhere. All right, so once I get completely done with a comp, I'm going to listen to it top to bottom and make sure that there's nothing that's like really bugging me.
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me
double breath, bad edits, all kinds of stuff.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our loss, turn into a power that we ourselves had wrought. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I wanted more than.
Okay, so we know all that's flown. We don't have to listen to all that again, but I do need to listen to the third chorus because I didn't comp the first two lines like I normally do.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them,
We need that singularity, that thing she does. And I probably need this word.
fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity.
That's what I
Singularity, I wanted more than
All right, let's see how little we can get away with.
them. Singularity, I wanted more than
All right, let's see.
them. Singularity, I wanted more. That's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
Cool. So that gets us through our vocal comp. At this point, I would call the artist back in, and I would say, "Hey, Chloe, how you feeling? How do we like the way this is sounding? Awesome." At this point, it kind of it varies depending. I'm not sure exactly what we have time for.
It's your time.
Okay. Normally, I would, and I will do this anyway, even if you don't want me to run through this right now. I will run through some tuning if people are interested in seeing that.
Using.
What tuner do we have here? Do we have?
I think you have Auto-Tune Pro, right?
I think so with UAD. Has graphical mode.
Did you see Lander just put out their own?
So I do have a question.
Yes.
There's harmonies for both of these songs. I don't know if you.
Well, let's do some harmonies.
Cool. So I have a show tonight and I have to leave by 4:45. So whatever you want to do, whatever you think we have time for.
We'll finish up as much as we can. If you have to come back, you can come back.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Because I don't want anybody.
I don't want you to throw your voice out for your show either.
Totally.
We'll finish what we finish, and if you have to come back and cut one with me,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
You want to go ahead and get?
Where?
It's on Second Ave downtown.
Okay. What's the new place, if you don't mind me asking?
Distillery.
Okay.
Let's do some backgrounds. You want to just go ahead and knock out
Yeah.
this song, and
Yeah,
then
'cause it won't. I don't think it'll take us very long time. To
cool.
do that.
The band's Wyndigo. Wyndigo.
That's my killer. Right?
Yeah. Just so you guys know,
Yeah.
good practice too when you have a vocalist is give them room temperature water and just some basic. If you can get Lay's chips.
Yeah.
So just simple oil on them. You don't want to give them anything with caffeine, anything like that, because it can dry out.
Or
the
milk.
Say that again?
So no cold water, no hot tea, none of that. You don't want to be
No
changing
milk,
up
no
anything.
dairy.
Huh?
No
True.
dairy.
Yeah. Just real simple, room temperature water and Lay's chips. You'll be set to go.
Technically, coffee is bad for it too, but most of the time, if you say like, never tell somebody they can't have coffee. That's just asking for a fist fight.
Something, give them what they want.
Yeah.
Okay. But supplying them with water and chips is always a good idea.
Okay. Like none, like sausage, vinegar chips, just like regular.
Oh God.
Regular, you just want the regular oil on the chips.
It was fall or trip or break a lab. Okay, so on your box, I'll leave your lead vocal
Okay.
here,
Cool.
and then if you do one background and a second pass and a third pass, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
three's your lead, 4 would be background number 1, background number 2,
Okay.
background number 3. Everything else is the same. And for this, we'll just be using the 87. So just the main big mic.
So it's gonna sing some background vocals.
Yep.
Okay.
Excuse me, bro. All right, can you hear me in there?
I can.
Amazing. All right, is your first entrance the chorus?
No, it's throughout the verses as well.
Okay. Here's verse 1.
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friend to need.
So normally on a background, I don't get a bunch of passes. I just kind of punch my
Sure.
way to freedom. Are
Sure,
you
sure.
cool doing that?
Yeah, I'm fine with
I think you probably needed at least one more time just for phrasing,
Yeah.
just to so you can kind of learn the parts that we comped in there. So her notes are going to change, but there's a link of the words and how
You
some things are like connected.
wanna
Some
talk
things
to
are not.
me
So normally I give them a couple
just
passes
to
at the
make me
top,
feel
just to let them
weak.
kind of roadmap. She's already tightened it up.
You don't know what it means
But it's mostly just
to
like
not
how
have
each phrase
anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Take one from the top for real, and we'll just punch our way to freedom here.
Okay.
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down. I knew that this was coming. Fake love, pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only
Let's get that chunk right there.
pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only to fall down.
Yeah, let's get the try to leading into it. Sorry, I should have punched you in earlier.
To not have anybody try to pick me up. I believed you for a moment, only.
After it, so I just let her keep going. All right, and then running back in the verse a little bit, I need this entire chunk right here.
Just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means. Just
Okay,
Okay.
here we go.
wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak. You don't know what it means to not have any. Just to make me feel weak.
Yeah, it's just the bend on feel.
Yeah.
Just kind of matching that timing. The week's right, but just need that bend on feel.
Wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak.
I almost prefer the background to get up quicker.
Okay.
Feel weak.
Yeah. Wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak.
Yeah, awesome. You want to stay in verse mode?
Yes.
And then grab verse 2.
Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our loss, turn into a power that we ourselves had wrought.
Yeah, one more, still sorting out phrasing.
Yeah. Tainted by suspicion and clouded by our loss, turn into a power that we ourselves had wrought.
Front half was good. Let's grab the back one more time.
Okay. And clouded by our
Right, follow the
loss,
whole time.
turn into a power that we ourselves had wrought.
Just listening to one thing in here.
To a power that we ourselves had wrought.
Can you hear me when the track's running? If I hold this button down? I'm not sure if you can.
To a power that we ourselves had wrought. I hear you. Turn into a power that we ourselves,
I think the whole back half.
and clouded by our loss, turn into a power that we ourselves had wrought.
Yeah, awesome. Kelly said, We got Kelly's grunt of approval back here.
Hell yeah.
The rapper grunt of approval. That's what we're all here for.
Cool.
Chorus?
Fake. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's do it.
Or is it below?
Let me hear it real quick. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. No, it's fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
Could be a 3-part. Ooh, it makes a good 3-part. Here we go.
Makes a good stacky.
Oh, I'll let you eat some chips. Finish him chips.
All right, hang on.
These are like actual harmonies. Yeah.
All right. Knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be bought. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
Oh, challenge accepted, she says.
Damn it. She was like,
That's real nice. Except for you were screaming so loud, the whole front half is kind of unusable.
Yeah, it's fried.
But that's awesome. Don't change your part. That's great.
I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be barred. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
Do you want to do the low part?
Sure.
You could do it. Just takes practice, Kelly.
I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be barred. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
All right. Sorry, I didn't have your
Oh, you're good.
level up here.
I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway.
Fake love, fake friends. I think is your
Okay.
note. You're singing the low octave.
Oh yeah.
Fake love, fake friends.
I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be barred. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah.
I don't know if we need that lower one.
Let's not, I don't think it's something that goes the whole time.
Okay.
I think you do the fake love, fake friends. Fuck you, forget them. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, yeah.
hit those kind of big notes. And then that whole, the whole middle section can be just the two part.
Okay.
And let's check the last line.
Enough, we'll all be barred. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
Don't trust a human. I think maybe just the hook.
Okay.
I knew that this was coming. Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be barred. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Caving in, don't trust a human. Caving in, don't trust a human.
Don't trust a human.
Don't trust a human. We'll all be barred. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
There it is. Cool. The only other part is the third chorus. Let's go check and see if any of these like little doubled things need it. Or not doubled, but the little tweaks we made down here.
Fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway. Fuck you, forget them, singularity. I want it more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be barred. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
That'd be cool.
Don't trust a human.
So there's definitely a lower thing on the last two.
I want to hit that singularity.
On the high part,
Yeah.
because I'm praying for you in here.
Fuck fuck you, forget them. Singularity, I wanted more, that's what I got. Soon enough, we'll all be but.
And she did it. Not sure why I ever doubted her. So maybe the very last line doesn't have the high part on it, but I think the next to last line probably does.
Human, don't trust a human.
Yeah, that.
Human, don't trust a human.
Think she can do it?
Don't trust a human.
It's just in Disney World up there at the very end. It's just super duper high. All right, so let me put you on the low guy. We don't need the singularity line, but we probably need this hook.
Don't trust a human.
Don't trust a human. It's gotta hit that
Don't
note.
trust a human. I don't know. I can't hear it now. Don't trust a human.
Yeah, it's
Don't trust a
human. Dumb. It's a weird note right there
Don't
because of the
trust
chord.
a human.
Yes.
Don't trust a human.
Yes.
Okay. Don't trust a human.
Yeah, one more just for tightness.
Okay.
That's close.
Don't trust a human.
Oh yeah, let me peel back. I think your man was better on the last take. Yeah, I'm gonna tune it anyway. And then, do you want it to just be like a solo lead vocal for the big last thing?
Don't trust a human. Yeah, but you know, I think I can do that better.
Prove it. Yeah, let me put you on a different playlist. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to adjust your level. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
I mean, how bad was it getting stomped? Did you just lay the fuck over?
Yeah, it's like, very intense.
Yeah. Pull the input down like by a whole dot.
I just did it.
It's like an ant got the boots.
All right, here we go.
Don't trust a human.
The SM7's there.
Don't trust a human.
I'm not burning over that. Awesome. That was really good. What do you think? You want one more?
Yeah, let's do one more. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
I'll buy that. That's awesome.
Cool. Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
That's rad. Rad? I use that word all the time.
Rad. So that makes sense.
I'm allowed to? Awesome.
I'm just gonna make a guess that
Seriously, great singing. I mean, that's unreal.
with the ruffles is crazy too.
So, I mean, like I said, I could run through a little bit of a tuning thing.
Okay. Because I think we won't. By the time we get the other one get rolling, she'll have to leave, so we'll just come back and cut the other one.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That works. Let me see if we have a tuner on here. If we don't, may have to find somebody with a password to install it.
So tuna.
I swear it was on here before.
It should. It should be with the UAD stuff. Auto Tune Pro.
There is no auto tune or UAD anything. Oh, is it because I'm
Take
in
off
DSP?
DSP.
Hang on. Yeah.
That stupid DSP only button to get you every time.
Really retarded.
Oh, that's the one.
Okay, so for this, she is pretty much auto-tune treats vocals differently. Just because she sings soprano doesn't mean auto-tune's going to track her in as a soprano. I know just from using it just a ridiculous amount that it's going to track her in better if I choose alto. And so I'm going to roll with that as my chosen voice type input. I'm going to go into graph mode and I'm going to track only the pitch. So auto-tune will allow you to also do track in pitch and the time so that you can kind of shift inside the plugin. I've already done enough of the editing and nudging things around that I don't really need to do that. And it takes a ton of processing power. And so what I'm going to do is just track in the pitch. The downside is for this is that when you do this, you have to play it from the very beginning of the vocal, and it has to actually record the audio into auto-tune.
Does it have to be in the same note that she's singing too?
You don't have to pick the key, because right now what it's going to do is instead of choosing notes for her, it's just going to track in her pitch. So when I hit play,
You wanna talk to me just to make me feel weak.
auto-tune's going to track in the actual pitch. That red line is the original pitch that she sang. And then you'll see lines when I start going in and tuning and drawing in notes. You'll see a note, a line that I draw, and then you'll also see a resulting pitch curve. The resulting pitch curve. The resulting pitch curve is really what I'm going to be looking at. I don't care if I have to draw a line, an entire half step or whole step above the pitch that it needs to be to get the actual pitch of the note to be where it should. And she's so good and so close to the note that it's really just going to be minute changes. There's very few things in here that you'll see me make a big adjustment to. My goal, especially in a song like this, is to do this in a way where the work that I've done is transparent. Right? If she wanted it to sound like auto-tune is on it, she'll just put auto-tune on it. Have the guy that's mixing it put auto-tune on it in its auto function and let the robot choose. My goal when I'm hand-tuning a vocal is to make it like I was never there. Right? So if you can tell that I've done something to it, by the time I get done with it, I've done my job right. There are a few different plugins that people use for this. Melodyne, Auto-Tune, Wavetune, and for my money, Auto-Tune is the most transparent of any of them. If you draw it in the graphic mode. All right, now if you are unfamiliar with it, you can make it sound 10 times worse than it actually does with auto-tune, right? And especially if you're just, that didn't seem like the whole song, did it? What happened? Oh, I didn't have the whole song chosen. What an idiot.
Look at you.
We all make mistakes.
Branders are making mistakes.
All right, unfortunately, when that happens, you have to do the whole thing over again. So select all, clear all, pitch correction. I'll clear all data. Auto-tune's weird because it tracks it in. Because it tracks it in, it actually creates a new audio file on your computer in an auto-tune folder. And if I was to just go in and start down here and track the pitch in that I left at the end, it wouldn't know how to put those two audio files together. It doesn't do good. It was fine until Pro Tools 8 or Auto-Tune 8 and they broke it.
Only to fall down. I knew that this was coming.
Auto-Tune X, Auto-Tune Pro, it needs to be tracked in non-stop from start to finish. And you can't replace anything in the middle. It has to be a solid file.
That's what I got. Soon enough we'll all be by. My walls are up, not caving in. Don't trust a human.
Yeah, you can't really do it in chunks. But Auto-Tune doesn't register and keep all the files together in the correct way. So like what'll happen is, let's say I tracked in this first verse separately and then wanted to go into Auto-Tune and add the second verse to it, it would no longer, after I track this in, it would no longer play back the first verse with the tuning correct. Your tuning is going to show up, you're going to lose your retune curve. All you will see is the notes that you've drawn in separately. It's like, I'm telling you, it's a weird bug that only started when it became Auto-Tune 8. Auto-Tune 8, you can patch that. That's really, really weird. It's a waste of my time. Auto-Tune.
Don't trust a human.
Yeah. What I could do is I could do this much and then print it and then take the plugin off, put a new version of Auto-Tune on and do this much and then print it. I could do it in sections, but it's just, you can't go in and track in new information into like a file that's already been written. I don't know why, I don't know what messed up, but Auto-Tune just got weird.
You forget them singularity.
Auto-Tune 7 was really good. 8 was pretty good, but Auto-Tune Evo is what they called it, was the best sounding, best operating Auto-Tune. They've only made it work.
Don't trust a human. Don't trust a human.
All right, so where is options? Somebody says settings. Here we go. Snap to note.
That's your quote for the day? Yeah, that's my quote. You know what you want to say. You know what you want to do.
Oh, see? It's all weird. I need it to screen by screen. Save.
You wanna talk to me.
God, this looks so weird.
Wanna talk to me. 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 To me. To me.
So
Just to
I
make
tune in a freehand mode. It means I've picked this little squiggly right here as my tool. That's all that means.
Just to make me, just to make me, just to,
Oh, where's the undo? There it is.
just to, just to, just to make me, just to make, just to,
Oh God.
just to make, just to make me, just to make me feel, make me feel, make me, make me feel, make me feel, make me feel, 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 feel.
Wish I could just plug in my laptop and have the version I want. Be so much better.
Feel weak. You don't know. You don't. You don't know.
Huh?
Which version is that?
Pro 10, Pro X.
You don't know.
This is just Pro, and I don't know what number it is, but it looks super weird to me.
You don't know what. You don't know. You don't know what. You don't know what it. You don't know what. You don't. You don't know what. You don't know what it means. You don't know what it means. What it means. What it means. What it means. What it means.
Cut.
Thank you so much. I'm about to leave.
Yes. Thank you.
What it means. What it means. What it means. To not have. Means to not have. To not have. To not have anybody. Not have anybody. Anybody. Try anybody. Try to pick me up, I believe. Try to pick me up. Try to pick me up. Try to pick me. Try to pick me. Try to pick me up, I believe. 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 I believed you for a moment. Believed you for a moment. Moment. Oh.
Sorry, it's still not tuning the way I want.
You can do it on your laptop. You don't have to do it here. Or you don't have
Okay.
to do it at all.
Moment, only to fall, only to
Team
fall,
speed set weird.
only to fall,
I got it.
only to fall down, only to fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down. I knew that this would fall down. I fall down. I knew that this was. That this was come, 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 that this was coming, that this was coming, this was coming. Fake, fake love, fake love, fake love. Fake love, fake for into, fake for into, fake for into me, fake for into needs me, fake for
Auto-Tune 5, where you could only play and stop from a very specific region, and if you played back from a different spot,
Play back out of time.
it played back out of time. Was it 5?
One of them.
And they finally fixed it.
Fake friends, fake love, fake friends who needs me anyway.
These kids don't know how good they got it.
Fuck you, forget. Fuck.
Do you remember replacing drums with sound replacer?
Ugh.
And
Yes.
all the they would never line up right. It had the transient. Every
Oh my
drum
God.
beat go in and fix it.
It was awful.
Fuck you, forget them. Sing it.
And that would trigger. You're just like, oh,
Just put it on there and it works.
yes. You can use it live. I use them live in the mix sometimes. If I need it.
Oh yeah, I don't print mine normally. I mean, I printed it here because
We don't have trigger.
we didn't have it, but
You forget them. Singular. Singular. Singularity. I want it more. That's what I got soon enough. Singularity. I want it more. I want it more. I want it more. That's what I want it more. That's what I more. That's what I got soon enough. More. That's what I got soon enough. That's what I got soon enough. Will what I got soon enough. Will got soon enough. Will all be bought. Got soon enough. Will all got soon enough. Will all be bought. Got soon enough. Will all be bought. My walls are up. My walls are up. Not my walls are up, not caving in, not caving in, not caving in, don't trust her. Not caving in, don't trust. Been in, don't trust her. Been in, don't trust her. You trust her, human. Trust her, human. Trust her, human.
all right. So I'll run through the rest of this at home because that's just going to be way faster on my laptop. Any questions about what we've done today? Good.
When you're tuning things,
Yep.
how tight do you tune? Does it depend on the song, or depend on the artist, or the producer?
A little of both. Mostly I'm tuning to my ear. Like I said before, if you can really tell that I've tuned it, then I'm doing my job wrong, unless it's part of the genre. Like there are mumble rap things that I'll work on where I'll just hard tune it.
Yeah.
Same thing for pop, like the Jordan Sparks stuff I did, like it gets tuned a little tighter, right? So it kind of varies based on the artist and the genre mostly. Most artists will tell you that they want it to sound transparent, that they don't want to be able to tell that auto-tune's been put on their voice. Most of the time that's like an ego thing. The truth of the matter is that almost everything is tuned. Like anything you hear on the radio, for the most part, it's been tuned, even if it's badly. But almost nothing leaves like the studio, the professional studio, without being touched by auto-tune or Melodyne in some way. I mean, it's everywhere. But yeah, it's mostly just up to the artist, up to the genre, and then after that, it's up to my ear.
Do you tune the backgrounds tighter or looser than
Tighter. Those I'm less concerned with sounding transparent. They're going to be tucked so far behind a lead vocal anyway that most of the time you can get away with like really stomping on a background as far as the tuning goes.
For like the lead vocals and the chorus, do you make them kind of like looser or kind of midway?
Choruses will be tighter than verses. Like it's easier to hide tuning in a chorus because there's more going on around it. Most of the time the chorus is going to be the bigger or biggest part of the song, and so it's just easier to tuck and like blend with other things so that you don't really notice. Verses sometimes are really, really exposed. Like it may just be a drum beat and a piano or an acoustic guitar or something really, really sparse. So, you know.
And one thing I noticed when Chloe was singing in the booth, when she was doing the high notes, she took a step back from the microphone just an inch.
Yep.
To not have it like just like distorted.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, and small changes like that make a big difference, right? You don't have to move. If somebody's really, really loud and they're 4 inches away, like sound works with the inverse square law, so twice as far away is actually 4 times quieter, or technically it's like supposed to be that. Normally I'll just say, hey, take a little half step back, and that equates to normally about a couple inches, right? The difference in 4 inches and like 1.5 feet, that's very, very drastic. You don't really need to have them that far away. Now the singer, like, she knows how powerful she is, so she's recorded her voice like multiple times, obviously. So I kind of let her be the determining like factor on that. The only time I'll really tweak them is if I'm hearing a giant level difference on the microphone. If they're overcompensating by scooting too far back, I'll either have them like just say, hey, move around a little less or whatever, because you can really tell once they get really far off the mic, you can really hear like giant fluctuations in level. So. Any questions, Roberto? I know you got questions. Anybody? Nate? Y'all good? Good?
Thanks, Brad.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.